Hi, Chin Now Jen family. It's Elder Gaines, and I was just coming quick to share with you just a little snippet to encourage us in working with the participants, but also their families. And so, building relationships is sort of what this focus is here for this little snippet. So of course, we have the participants that sign up with us and register with us and come, whether it be the first month or later, or makeups and all of those kinds of things. But we know that because we service minors, because we service children, youth, and teens, those who are beholden and under the guise of their guardians, their parents, those who have influence uh, over them, and they see us, once a month maybe, or maybe several times a month, up to if they join in fellowships, if we have fellowships on our sites, those kinds of things. And so we just really want to emphasize that it's really important to build relationships with not just the participants, but with those that they have relationships with. So their families, that one that brings them each time, or that comes on, the Zoom right before them to say, okay, or the video conference right before them and says, oh, you know what, I got them on, so they're going to be right here, and then help them out along the way, or whatever that might be, or in person who's waiting, in the back for them to finish, coming early to kind of catch an eye out of what they're doing, those types of things. And so, just wanted to share a couple of the ways that might be useful in order to build those relationships with not just the participant, but with those that are their families, those that are connected to them. Um, Really having a pulse of who's with you. So those registration forms, and maybe you want to have something added depending on your site as to the information, or jot down information on it of your own. There have been times when there have been events that have happened in one of the participants' families, and the ministry may hear about it, and so we'll just do check-in calls. We're encouraged to just do check-in calls anyway, because we see them once a month, maybe at the very least, and so that's a long time in between to see them. And so and sometimes if they've missed like that next month or something like that, then it's even longer. And so to just check in and say, is everything okay? Do you need anything? Is there a resource that we need to point you to? Did you just need to vent a little bit, talk? Is there a way we can help you to and then be very, very prayerful, of course, in regards to the response, in regards to the way that communication is done. I know that sometimes, because we are reaching out, that there may be participants who do not come from a background like our ministries, and or who are not a part of our ministries, and do not come from a background that we are familiar with. And so we may need to adjust some of the ways that we interact with them and with the family, so that we can ensure that they do feel welcome, and that they do feel that we really take an interest in making sure they're okay, and in sharing the learning with them. And so it's important to check in with the families, to ensure that open conversations are available and held, especially when necessary, especially if someone's kind of missing or falling off the grid, or you tried to do check-in but you had trouble reaching them. Those types of things. On that registration form, they have spaces for information like phone numbers and emails, and so you may want to try to reach out multiple ways if you're having an issue or struggling with that. You may want to have, if they have multiple parents, you may want to have multiple numbers, so that you're able to contact one if you're not able to reach the other, or something like that. So those are just some thoughts and ideas, and just want to emphasize how important it really is that the participants and those who are stewards of those participants, whether they're the guardians, the parents, the ministry leader that brings them, whomever that might be, that we build good relationships with them, and that it's not just all about the participant. It is, but they are a whole person. They're not just what they are in our ministry, and they're not just what's before us and the content that we're giving them from 10 Now Gen. They are the person that's raising them. They are the family that they go to and they're with every day. They are that, that school environment or friends, those kinds of things. And so we want to hear their hearts. We want to be able to identify with what God is asking us to share with them, deliver to them, in ways that to demonstrate the love of Christ to them. And when I say them, I don't just mean the participant. I mean the participant and all of those that are in their circle. And so keeping in mind that that's important. And so, if a parent is struggling and saying that, I'm struggling to get my child there, because this changed in our household, in our environment, this happened, then maybe offering some ideas or solutions, or asking them, is there some way that, we might be able to help, those kinds of things. And so just really making sure that we think and look beyond just the session that we have that participant with us, and that they are a whole person, and they have so much more going on with them outside of the moments and hours that they might be with us. And so to really have an impact, then we need to be open to impacting more than just that participant, but also their family circle, those that are with them or around them, or whomever brings them, and introduces them to 10 Now Gen. So that sort of thing. So I hope that was helpful. I hope, if you have any questions or any concerns about that, you need any ideas, especially for maybe either hard to reach participant family members or participant supporters, or if you need ideas regarding some stumbling blocks to families. They started, but they're struggling to stay. And more often than not, it's not the student that's struggling to stay. It's something going on with their family circle, or with those that are bringing them or caring for them, or whatever that might be. So if you need us, we're here. Do please draw upon us, draw upon our ideas, thoughts, expertise. We'll pray together with you, and we're praying for every participant. It is our, heart to reach, as many souls as possible. And that doesn't just mean children's souls. It doesn't just mean children, youth, and teens. It means souls. And so sometimes it's through that child, that youth, that teen, that you'll reach the soul of that parent or that guardian or that ministry leader or whatever it might be. All right, so we want to be thinking about kingdom. We want to be thinking about it that way. All right, so thank you guys so much for your time and for your service. We appreciate you.